When my wife and I moved my daughter into a co-ed dorm room for her freshman year at college, I wheeled her stuff up and down elevators and down the hall past boys' rooms full of big screen TVs and loads of computer equipment. When we got home, my daughter called asking for some basic tools. No one on her floor, boys or girls, had thought to bring a hammer or screwdriver. I sent off a quick care package and those tools were constantly being loaned out all up and down the hall. I also knew what to make her for Christmas. This video is about making Lucy's toolbox. I started by selecting some basic tools and laying them out on a piece of foam. Then I used a scroll saw to cut out the shape. Using 2 layers of foam, I cut the thicker ones out of 2 layers and the thinner ones out of just 1. Then I used Dodger flocking to coat the foam. With the inside complete, I began making the box out of white oak. I used a simple rabbet joint to form the corners of the box. As shown, the rabbet joint is formed in 2 steps. Then I cut grooves for the top and bottom to fit. I used a table saw to form tongues around the top and bottom panels. And I then applied glue. A bit of glue in the grooves locks the top and bottom panels in place and provides extra strength. Clamp the joints tight and wait for the glue to set. I used a table saw to cut the lid from the body of the box, leaving the blade height low enough that I can finish the cut with a knife. Some minor cleanup and sanding will be required. I chose to use a white oak veneer on the top, spreading the glue, pressing it in place, and then putting it in the vacuum bag. Blocking underneath the lid is important to keep the vacuum pressure from distorting the lid. After the lid comes out of the vacuum press, you can begin sanding and routing the edges. I installed a latch at the front and hinges at the back. Then I applied a Danish oil finish. Send your child off to school with some real tools. They're a great way to make friends all up and down the hall.